Who
Welcome
said
back
that?
to
I'm
another,
actually cute.
bro. Chill. Welcome back to another episode of the Next Minute Podcast, episode 47. Today's gonna be all NFL. Before we get into it, though, the social media right there. It's right there. If you're watching it, subscribe to the channel first of all, like the video, and go follow our social media. It's literally right there, bro. It don't take that. Don't take it long. It's like 3 seconds, bro. Next Man Up on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. All NFL show today. We're gonna be doing NFL war predictions, NFL playoff predictions. That's gonna be the gist of it. We might get to other topics around the NFL if we choose to, but I'm excited for this episode. So how you doing today? Before we get how y'all doing today? I see Jaden is in the gym. He's coming from the gym. Obviously not his room like always on some spontaneous stuff. But anybody else, how y'all doing?
Bro, no. First off, and what you mean everybody else? So, bro, you're not gonna get me.
I said everybody else, bro.
First off, I'm doing great. I just came from the gym.
See, and by the way, we did a video yesterday. It got blocked and copyrighted, and he gonna say I kicked him out, but Jaden literally connection is trash. You need to go to his room. Anyways, we gonna see when he come back. We gonna he's back. Hold on.
Bro, I'm tired of niggas, bro. This is the second time you did this, bro.
First of all, nobody kicking you out. Your connection is trash. I don't know what to tell you.
That's the second time you did that. That's the second time.
I didn't kick you out. Your connection is trash.
First off, if the video didn't get deleted yesterday, I was talking about him because he was I forgot what type of comparison he was making fun of Rondé Hollis Jefferson, trying to be like a Kobe fan or some weird stuff. And then I brought up the fact that he used to literally just meat ride Patrick Beverly, and he crafted his whole game. He crafted his whole game around him. I mean, he kicked me out of the stream. But
why are you lying? I've never crafted my game out of Patrick Beverly ever in my life.
You couldn't. Well, I don't know if you did it purposely, but that's what you were.
I was Rondo.
No, you weren't.
Definitely not Rajon Rondo. Let's not start that.
Let's not
start that.
But anyway, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
Nah, Jaden is right. You definitely craft your game more towards Patrick Beverly.
I guess. I was a great passer back in my day when I hooped, but
I'm
gonna drop a clip of me get a bucket in this episode. I'll add it in there.
Jeez.
Anyways, Max, how you doing, bro? Go back to school. You good?
Good. Yeah, getting back to school is good. First classes was this week, so yeah, we're all good though.
Yeah, I just finished my first article for the newspaper. I had to write about soccer, so we get back in the swing of things. We've been pretty consistent, honestly, dropping videos, dropping episodes. Jaden, like, you good, bro? Like, you're just gonna be seen. You're gonna be seen so bad, bro.
What's the POV for?
I'm trying to find the best connection, bro. I'm not whooping.
All right. Anyways, today we are doing NFL award predictions. So I think we're gonna go predict like award by award. Everybody gonna give their prediction for the award, and then we're gonna go down the line like that. And then we got playoff predictions. So first, let's start off with MVP. I'm gonna start off with Q. Q, who's your NFL MVP for the upcoming season?
Lamar Jackson. Jackson.
Not a shock at all.
Lamar Jackson. He's gonna win the division. With this new offense, he's gonna pass for 4,000 yards. He's gonna have at least 30 touchdowns. He's gonna have like 800 on the ground. He's gonna shock everybody, and he's gonna shut down the Bengal talk because he's back. He's back.
Yeah, I could definitely see that though, especially with him getting his contract. He definitely got something to prove. Lamar Jackson should be having the MVP. Something to prove. He just got paid probably he got to pay the richest contract in NFL history outside of Justin Herbert, I think. So he got paid. Yes. He in the second highest paid contract in NFL history. He has a lot to prove. They just got that offensive coordinator from Georgia. I think that Mark can do whatever his name is. Coming in. Tom Munkin coming in. So he has a lot to prove. He has a new offense. They finally got him some similar set of weapons with Zay Flowers, who I'm going to talk about later. And they got OBJ, who last time we seen him was looking like the best player on the field in the Super Bowl. And then Devin Duvernay still there.
That was 3 years ago, buddy.
Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews.
Rashad Bateman and Mark Andrews. That was 2 years ago, was it not? It was 2021. Anyways, so he has some semblance of help. J.K. Dobbins coming back. I have my fantasy team. So they are moving to like a pass heavy offense. That's what you said. What was his name, Q? The offensive coordinator from Georgia? Monken. Yeah,
he also
was heavy.
OC for the Buccaneers with Bruce Arians.
Yeah, so it's definitely gonna be a change from Greg Roman. Hopefully they still run the ball a lot though. I need J.K. Dobbins to go crazy in my fantasy team this year. But I could definitely see Lamar Jackson being MVP, especially with all he has to prove this year. I want to know everybody else's thoughts on Lamar Jackson MVP. Is that attainable? Is that a realistic thing?
Well, do you just want me to hop into my pick next?
I mean, yeah, you can go. I was asking you though, what do you think about Q's pick for Lamar Jackson?
No, that's pretty accurate, I would say. Especially like with all the stuff that went on in the off season, like with the whole money thing. I think he's due for an MVP type of season.
I think one of the biggest concerns have to be health, right? Because he got to finish the season. And last season, he's missed 5 games.
I mean, when
both seasons.
A lot of that.
Even last year, like when he played, he looked great every time he played. It's just
I mean, he's through the first 3 weeks of the season, Lamar Jackson was definitely the MVP. After that, I think in the Bills game, it was the first time where he kind of struggled. Like it was kind of sporadic.
He threw 2 picks that game. They did not score in the second half.
Yeah.
The issue with that, with the injury thing, you understand, with the lack of weapons, Lamar Jackson was forced to stay in the pocket longer to look for things to do. Both times he got hurt was in the pocket. If he had actual weapons getting open, he wouldn't be stuck in the pocket that much. He would have made it, got the ball out, and everything would have been fine. That's probably like the most realistic answer to why that really even happened. With this year, with these weapons, potentially he won't be in the pocket that long. He'll get the ball out quick. He won't really get touched. So you just got to see. But they're boom or bust. But I'm gonna just hope for the boom.
Go ahead, Max, with your MVP pick, bro.
All right, so I would love to say Justin Herbert or Justin Fields, but I agree with Q. I'm going with Lamar Jackson. The injury concerns do not worry me as much just because I agree with Q. I think when you have Odell and you get Zay Flowers, first of all, it opens up the offense so much more to pass the football. And I think with having an elite, the second best receiving tight end right behind Kelsey, you have Mark Andrews, who is an elite receiving option. It takes your pressure off him. He can get open. Odell can get open. Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, J.K. Dobbins out the backfield. They have so many weapons. The O-line is still solid. I think it takes the pressure off him running the football as well. If they know that they do have Odell and they have Zay Flowers, they have just receiving threats. So I get injuries as a concern. Injuries can be a concern for any quarterback. So I can't let injuries really affect this. But yeah, I do. I've said it before. I'm super high on the Ravens this year. I think they'll have a great year, win the division, and I do think Lamar will have MVP type season.
Jay, you want to go? What's your MVP pick for next season? Okay, he's in the black. All right, so I'll give mine. I think my MVP pick for next season is going to be Hurts. Now, I was going to say Lamar Jackson, but I don't want to sound too repetitive because he obviously has a strong case coming off the contract. But with Jalen Hurts, I think the Eagles are going to have one of the best records in the NFL. He's going to have an amazing season running and passing the football. The team arguably got better. I think they're going to dominate. I think in the AFC is going to be so congested where we can see some drop-offs from teams. We can see teams having the same type of record. And so I think that conversation over there is going to be so congested. And I think Jalen Hurts literally was
the MVP
last year until he got injured. Now, It was a close contest between him and Patrick Mahomes. But if he would have stayed healthy, Jalen Hurts potentially could have won MVP last season. So I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts this year. I wanted to go with somebody from the that's not from the AFC if I wasn't going to say Lamar Jackson. I can see people like Joe Burrow potentially getting one. He got to stay healthy. I think he could be ready for week 1. Maybe Justin Herbert, but I don't think the record will be good enough. That's what strays me from Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, because with Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, they can potentially be 5th, 5 seeds. Chargers maybe get 7 seed.
It would have to be an amazing season. They would have to do some historic stuff, I think, to go that low. So I do think that there's enough talent with that top half to pick Mahomes, pick Lamar, pick Josh Allen, pick Jalen Hurts.
How many games do you think the Eagles win?
I think I had them going 13-4 or 14-3 possibly. So that record, he definitely can get it.
You don't think it'll be congested? I mean, no, it's not really congested at the top.
Yeah, it's not gonna be at the NFC now.
It probably just depends on what you think about Dallas.
Nah, because I think I can go check real quick. I think I had Dallas winning 11. I think they had them going 11-6 or something like that. But even if they do go 12-5. The MVP candidate is not going to be Dak Prescott. I don't think Dak Prescott will be an MVP candidate. I don't think Brock Purdy's going to be an MVP candidate. Unless
if Dak Prescott
have a crazy season.
Those for 45, 135 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, like normal, he can be an MVP candidate.
Respectfully, I think it's a better chance for Micah Parsons to get the MVP than Dak Prescott. Like I'm being 100%
That's ridiculous.
serious.
That's kind of
Crazy,
ridiculous.
man.
No,
That's
I'm sorry. If Dallas actually has a 12-win, 13-win record, their defense will be on fire, and he will be the best player on their defense. I don't know. I'm not like I don't think
How?
Dak Prescott. Huh?
How?
Did you see what he did last year? They have a tough
Dallas has
schedule
won
this year.
12 games the
It's not
past
an
2
easy
years.
schedule, huh?
Dallas has won 12 games the past 2 years in a row.
Dak got injured, but like I'm just saying.
Yeah,
they got a
last
tough
year
schedule this
only. The year before that, he
Was
still
Micah
put up.
Parsons not what? Was Micah Parsons number 2 in Defense Player of the Year voting?
What, this year?
Last year. Yes, this last year, whatever.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, he
Also,
was. He
like,
literally had
I
a
think-
drop off at the end. He literally.
I think that Micah Parsons will break whatever you guys call me to that. I guess if Dallas wins, I think Micah Parsons, if he has a mid-year, then whatever. But I think if they're like firing on all cylinders, I do think Micah Parsons could actually break that. But I don't
just
think
from the standpoint
I
of
don't
other
think
positions.
I don't think the Cowboys will win it. So
But even then, let's say the Cowboys go 13-4. From a standpoint of their positions, there is no way Michael Parsons would be a higher MVP
Yeah, because
candidate
now
than Dak Prescott.
you just at this point, because now you really being more of a hater than really being like really like.
that's
Thinking
what I'm
about
saying.
what-
Like if San Fran gets that top spot, I don't like. Do we really think Brock Purdy is going to be leading that team on all cylinders? No. I think like
That's a different case.
putting-
That's a different case than with the
Hold on a
Cowboys,
minute.
though, because
Why?
Dak Prescott is actually a top 10 quarterback because he's a top 10
If
quarterback. That's a
Dak
different
Prescott-
case.
If he throws for 4,500 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions, he's not an MVP candidate, and they win 12 games.
Hold on, say it again.
4,500 yards, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He's not an MVP candidate if they win 12 games.
Did they win the division?
That year he did that. Yes, they did.
And didn't get the award.
But he still was an MVP candidate.
Did everybody name their MVP?
Yeah, we're arguing something quick. Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe I might be hating on Dak Prescott, but I'm thinking about it in a similar light.
No, you're definitely hating. You're definitely hating. You're
Dak
definitely hating.
Prescott-
Wait. Somebody said Dak. Who said Dak?
No,
Who said
nobody
Dak?
said that. Nobody said that.
Nobody. It's okay. You were out of it. Aaron Rodgers is better than Dak Prescott. I'm trying to think. Like, is he
That
actually
don't
a top
mean
10
anything,
quarterback?
though.
Huh?
When you really think about it,
mean?
though, let's think about it. Let's break it down.
Is Dak Prescott
First of
really
all,
a top 10
you-
quarterback? Hold on.
You're,
I'd like.
you're
that's-
okay,
Dak Prescott's-
you're okay with
Dak
somebody throwing for
Prescott's
3,700 yards and 22 touchdowns being an MVP candidate, but not somebody throwing for 4,500 and 37 touchdowns?
Sorry. You said 37 touchdowns, 10 picks, right?
Yeah.
Chief,
He's done
who's
that.
yours?
He's
yours?
done that once.
That's Dak.
He's done that once.
Jalen Hurts just put up 3,700 yards and 22 touchdowns.
Yeah, but Dak.
Somebody
Dak
said
won one
Jalen
time.
Hurts, bro.
One time, and the Eagles killed them. What? The Eagles beat them in both games. Beat them in they beat them in the playoffs. The Niners won. Yeah, no. I guess it's hating, but yeah, no, I'm like
Somebody said Jalen Hurts.
I guess I just don't see a world where Dak Prescott's doing that. So he did it one time in
He
2021.
did it already.
2021. This is 2 years later. He just got off an injury too. I get it. I'm just saying I don't know if I see the Cowboys doing that this year. So if they make it this year, I guess
What are
it's
we
gotta
doing?
Huh? I'm putting in the same
Yeah,
conversation as
people
San
hate
Fran.
it.
That's what I'm not getting. Like if San
Hey,
Fran is up there, I'm not saying, oh yeah, Brock Purdy's an MVP candidate.
Yo, hold on. Give me a second because my computer is connected to the wrong Wi-Fi. I'm pausing.
He threw for 37 touchdowns once. 37 touchdowns, 10 picks once. He did 30 touchdowns one year, but he's been like solid 20s.
You're talking about the first 3 years of his career.
Bro, listen. And they had Zeke.
One of the best
That's what,
rookie years ever.
yeah. And they
I
had
feel
Zeke
like-
as well, who's running the ball a lot. They offense was really run heavy. But let me
Like they got
respond to your initial statement when you said that if the Cowboys go 13-4 and the defense is going crazy, bro, the bulk of their points is going to come from Dak Prescott throwing the ball. They have Tony Pollard, who is coming off an injury, and it's not gonna be a run heavy offense. So Dak Prescott's gonna get the recognition as the MVP candidate. It's just a fact. Like Michael Parsons, just because his position would never be a higher MVP candidate than Dak Prescott.
I get it's a quarterback award.
Last time we seen MVP candidate as far as like defensive player was like Aaron Donald, JJ Watt, and that was because the quarterback sucks, and they were literally carrying the team to wins. But that's not gonna be the case when they have other playmakers on defense as well, like Stephon Gilmore and Trayvon Diggs and DeMarcus Lawrence, stuff like that. So it's not gonna just all go to Michael Parsons, bro.
I get you.
So
this might clear
your Dak hate came out right there. It came out bad. Your Dak hate came out bad.
We just talked when the thing just paused. I just said that. It's gonna take off. I do think Tony Pollard would be better in this offense than Zeke was, just because he's a receiving back. I think it'll help Dak more, and you got Brandon Cooks. Like I think the weapons are there. I don't know. Say
That's bad.
Better than
You giving out all the answers that
I'm saying,
prove
like,
you wrong.
first of all,
You still
you saying
going the
Dak?
opposite
You
way.
saying Dak
better
is
than
a
Zeke
top
win. Better than Zeke win.
Huh?
Max, I'm not gonna lie. This is
Pollard was better
disgusting,
than Zeke
bro.
last year.
I think
You
he's
talking
a
about last
better.
year? You talking about last year?
Yeah, he was. Tony Pollard was better than Zeke last year.
Okay, no, I understand
You
that.
got a question?
I thought you meant like in his prime because that would have been crazy.
No,
No, I'm saying
no.
fit wise right now. Like I want him as a receiving running back. I don't think whatever. But yeah, no, like I don't know. Maybe when
This
you
is
said top,
disgusting, Max. This
you were
is
off
this
the
is
pot. What are we talking
no,
about?
This
The
is
entire
this is
conversation
terrible.
anyway.
This is terrible reporting, Max. First off, I don't understand why you just say you hate Dak Prescott. Like that makes no sense to me, bro.
I don't.
Like,
I was hating on Dak Prescott.
I guess, bro, but I just feel like if there's like enough substantial proof, and then you're still just going against it, bro. Like I feel like that's bad. Like that's just a terrible stance to take. It's terrible.
proof
It's
are we
it's
talking
just
about?
flat out hating, bro.
Huh?
No. I don't hate that Prescott. I don't hate him. I just don't think he's good. But I'm not going to just go on the record and say I just have a hate towards the player, but like that's crazy. That's
You
crazy,
saying
bro.
he's not good as hating?
That's crazy to
He's a
me.
top 10 quarterback. He's a
I'm
top
like,
10
I'm
No,
quarterback.
not
no,
even
no,
saying
no, no, no.
that's my thing.
That's not
You're not
hating.
letting me
That's not
finish.
hating.
I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. When you said top 10, I'm thinking about who's top 10 quarterbacks, and yeah, he's probably 10. Like he's probably 9 or 10.
In the grand scheme of things, he's we being honest, Dak Prescott is an excellent quarterback. If you really think about it, he's excellent.
Whoa, that's a stretch of the word.
No, it's not because listen,
There's only like 7 quarterbacks definitively better than Dak, right? Like
8.
7. 7.
Bro, I had somebody
Mahomes, Allen,
in my
Burrow, Herbert, Hurts, Jackson, Lawrence, Rodgers. 8. I'm comfortably picking those.
Lawrence, he had one good year. Hurts had
But you're
one
a Trevor
good
Lawrence
year.
hater, so we can have this conversation.
I'm not a Trevor Lawrence hater. I like Trevor Lawrence. I like Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is better. Trevor Lawrence is better than Dak Prescott.
That's not
Yo.
definitive though.
No, it is.
Somebody told me.
If we going off 1 year, then Geno Smith is better than Dak Prescott. But we know that's not true.
Jared Goff.
Well, considering he's only been in the league,
twice.
he's only been in the league for 2 years. I mean, it's not much, and we all know that people only count the last year's season. So, like as far as his, like he's only been in.
That don't make if people do that, that don't make it smart to do.
Okay, well, he's only been in the league for 2 years. You know, we knew who he was coming out of college. He's definitely a better talent than Dak Prescott for sure. That's definitive. And based on what we've seen last year, and then what we've seen from Dak, even though he was injured, and people don't talk about that enough, that Dak Prescott was injured.
He gets injured every year. I feel bad for him.
He does miss a lot of time, which is also a thing. Is a cause of concern. You know, availability is the best ability. But
again,
I'll go with
I'm not putting injuries.
We just talked about Lamar.
But he does get injured. He does get injured though. I would say
he got injured twice. Logan Ryan broke his leg, and Vita Vea broke his thumb.
He got injured 3 times. He got injured last year.
His ankle.
No, he got injured last year, and he got injured before that. He missed like 4.
Yeah, that's what I said twice. He got injured twice. Logan Ryan broke his leg or ankle, whatever it was.
Did he miss the entire season?
Yeah, that was the leg broke. That's when Logan Ryan tackled.
He missed the entire season. Didn't none of you miss like 4 games?
Nah,
Okay,
2022 he missed 4 games. 2020 he missed 11 games. Twice.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay.
He's not an injury quarterback. He got 3 injuries.
Wasn't the ankle against the Buccaneers? Right, wasn't that one? The ankle.
No, he did get hurt against the Buccaneers that 1 year.
The Buccaneers was the thumb injury. That was the thumb.
Let me get my confused.
Let's move on.
I'm asking a question. Okay, are we really arguing over an ankle and a thumb? He got injured. All right, like all I have.
All right. Jaden, who's your MVP pick before you move on? Who's your MVP pick before you move on, Jaden?
Jalen Hurts. Just feel like he's in I just think he's in the best situation.
Okay, that's what I said too. And especially with all like the congestion in the AFC, that was my main point. And he was MVP last year before he got injured. All right. So defensive player of the year, I'm gonna start this one with Jaden. Who was your defensive player of the year?
Michael Parsons. Who won it last year? Bosa.
Yeah, Bosa.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa.
Yeah, that's I had him winning I had him winning last year. I think damn, he came like second or something.
It was a pretty close
Yeah.
toss up, right?
So I'm just going with him. Kind of with the MVP. Kind of with MVP. How I named Jalen Hurts. Like just people who came up second. I feel like Michael Parsons just gets it this year.
Steve.
All right, I'll go. My defense player of the year is also Michael Parsons. I kind of didn't want to sound repetitive, but I'm gonna just go with it because I think he has the strongest possibility to win it. Just because they just got a CB2 and Stephon Gilmore, they got Trevon Diggs, so that secondary is pretty much set. I think they have a small problem at safety. If I want to say, am I not tripping? Who they got?
No,
Wilson?
they don't. They're good at safety.
Okay,
They don't have household names, but they're good at safety.
yeah, it's Wilson. That Wilson dude, I forgot his
Donovan Wilson.
Donovan Wilson. He's pretty good. But I think with them two being back there, he gonna have even more time to get to the quarterback, and his sack number is gonna be crazy. Actually, I'm gonna change it. I think my defense player of the year is gonna be TJ Watt. Just because he's I saw him on Twitter. He's trying to break that sack record. Pat McAfee said he's gonna give him $50,000 if he breaks the sack record. The Steelers are rejuvenated. They rebuilt. They have one of the best rosters in the NFL, and I think they're gonna win a decent amount of games this year, and it's gonna be due in part to their defense. And TJ Watt can be the best part of that, the biggest part of that. As long as he stays healthy, which he has a problem doing sometimes, TJ Watt can and will win Defense Player of the Year. Go ahead, Max.
Easy answer would be Michael. Easy answer is Michael Parsons. I think he could repeat. Same with Nick Bosa. I don't know though. I've watching Hard Knocks and stuff. I've been convinced. I'm going with Quinn Williams. Absolutely. It's just obviously they're going to show the clips that make him look good, but the guy does not mess up in all these videos. They have a loaded defense this year. Their front seven looks solid. No, sorry, not front seven. Their D line looks solid. Their linebackers questionable still. I think Will McDonald will be good. Jermaine Johnson's good. Good secondary. They'll be in a lot of tight games. I think Quinn Williams will dominate this year. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, do we think that record plays into getting these awards? I know we talked about it beforehand.
Defensive Player of the Year record doesn't really matter.
So I don't think the Jets will win the division. I think they'll be a playoff team, but I do think Quinn Williams is in for a big year. So he's my pick.
Man, I'm going Michael Parsons. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I knew all y'all was gonna say that. I knew all y'all was gonna say that. That's why I had to say TJ Watt, because y'all it was competitive. It was gonna get too competitive. I can't.
I mean, like it's the easy choice. I think like it makes sense. Like what you just said before. Easy choice is not always the wrong choice.
Exactly. Like to be a casual don't mean you're wrong. Like it's just everything is laid out right then and there. And Keyshawn Johnson on Undisputed, he said made a point with Stephon Gilmore on the other side. They're gonna hold up longer. Michael Parsons could get 5 or 6 more sacks just off coverage sacks because he had more time to get back.
He stole that from me. I just said that.
13 to like.
He didn't steal that from you, little bro.
He just said that. So
little bro, he didn't steal that from you.
Keyshawn stole that from me. He stole that from me.
No, he didn't, little bro.
Keyshawn Johnson stole it from me.
He doesn't know you. You're not known.
Interesting.
Y'all seen Keyshawn? Side note, y'all seen Keyshawn, bro? Y'all seen Undisputed yet? Keyshawn Johnson, Richard Sherman on there. Bro, they're on there talking basketball, bro. It's getting bad.
No, the basketball is bad.
They brought in Rachel Nichols. Rachel Nichols.
Yeah, I saw that. Skip
wait,
bro, the dream
wait.
team over there, bro.
Richard Sherman said something about a swap with Giannis and
he was tweeting.
That was crazy.
Wait. What did Sherman say? I didn't watch it.
He said
AD
for Giannis.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
AD for Giannis.
I'm good.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like if they talking basketball, it should be Keyshawn Johnson only. I ain't gonna lie. The rest of them are idiots. That's right.
It's Skip, Sherm, Keyshawn, and who's the other one?
Michael Irvin.
They got Michael Irvin.
Oh, Michael Irvin. Okay.
But it's like I feel bad for Skip because like he can't even get a word in when all of them.
They be bullying him.
They turned him into the host. Yeah, they turned him to the host.
Yeah, but so Q, all 3 of y'all was Michael Parsons?
Nah, Quinn Williams.
Max got Quinn.
You said Quinn Williams? Okay,
yeah.
That's it. I don't think he's gonna get that, but I mean he did just get paid, so maybe they probably gonna have one of the best defenses in it. But when you think about impact, I don't think he's gonna have I think they're gonna be a great.
You think Sauce got a better chance? Sauce or Quinn Williams? Who do you think has a better chance to win it?
It's hard to win. It's hard to win that point.
Hard to
Has
win
there
at
ever
corner.
been a winner at corner?
It's hard to win at DT. It's even
Oh,
like
Gilmore.
Bro,
Stephon
he was just
Gilmore
all
did it.
he was just
Oh,
all
Gilmore
pro.
got it.
He was literally just all pro and didn't win it like as a rookie. So I mean,
Yeah.
that
Stephon
also
Gilmore pulled out a miracle
Yeah.
getting Defensive Player of the Year.
he's not getting enough interceptions either. He need a lot of interceptions. He's not gonna get enough.
Yeah, they're
'cause
not
Sauce
throwing
don't
his
really
way no
score.
more.
They'll throw it away.
They'll throw to DJ Reed more.
That's what sucks. Is like if you're a good cornerback, you don't get picks because no one throws the ball your way.
All right, let's move on to offensive rookie of the year. I mean, offensive offensive player of the year was the next award.
Let me go.
Go ahead.
Is it crazy if I say Christian McCaffrey?
No.
I feel like that's all right. Yeah, that's kind of who I got because Brock Purdy starting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not gonna say incompetent because they won like 7 straight games with Purdy.
Hey,
Something
Bell,
like
don't
that.
be scared to voice your opinion. If you don't think he good, say he not good.
I don't want to say incompetent, but like he's proved that he's
Don't say that because that's
incompetent.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You would say that. I don't know how he hasn't not proved he's incompetent at all. That would be ridiculous for you to say. So just keep it.
There's some, bro.
Just keep it.
Please stop.
Just keep it.
Bro,
Because that would be ridiculous.
I'm saying like I just feel like Christian McCaffrey is gonna be like the main focal point of that offense, and we already know like how it's ran over there. I feel like Christian McCaffrey is gonna be offensive player here.
Let me hop in next because I agree with Jaden. I got CMC as well. Like I agree. I don't think Brock Purdy's an incompetent quarterback, but I think the offense will be run through CMC in some sort of it. Screens, RPOs, whatever. I think CMC will be a focal point of the offense, especially getting the entire offseason to practice with the team. Kyle Shanahan will scheme something up to where CMC is like the focal point of their offense. So I think with the whole season,
2,000 all-purpose yards.
that's what I'm saying. Like I think there's one other person I think who could challenge him, just because I think the other person's like the entire offense. But I think CMC will like unlock this 49ers offense as far as getting other guys open. So I do think CMC will be offensive player of the year too.
You want to go, Chief?
Yeah, I'll go. Offensive player of the year next year is going to be Garrett Wilson. I don't know what really what to say. Last year
He's disgusting. He's nasty.
Last year, 1,100 yards with Zach Wilson, Mike White, terrible QB play, a bad offensive coordinator. Now he has Nathaniel Hackett and he has Aaron Rodgers as quarterback, a top 7 quarterback in the NFL. The biggest concern with the Jets is their offensive line, but with Aaron Rodgers, who's one of the premier quarterbacks at getting the ball out fast, I think he'll get a lot of plays like slants, hitches, stuff where he can create after the catch, what he's really good at. He's really good at creating after the catch. He's really good with route running, body control. He's going to put up, at first I said 1,350 and 9 TDs to play it safe. But after watching Hard Knocks like Max, I'm saying 1,500 yards for Garrett Wilson, 11 touchdowns, 105 plus receptions, offensive player of the year season incoming.
All right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Now, you think 1,500 yards is going to get him offensive player of the year?
It depends on what Jettis do, because if Jettis go crazy, then he'll get it. But it's a hot take.
Tyreek Hill. That's
He had
my pick, by the
1,700.
way.
He got 1,700 and
That's
he
my
didn't get it.
pick,
Yeah,
by
I
the
know.
way.
I understand.
Tyreek Hill. He just
Okay.
had 1,700 and did not get offensive player of the year.
But did he not have?
Okay, because Jettis had 18.
Didn't he have the second most? Yeah, Jettis had more yards.
No, that's to his point. I get what Chris saying because 1,500 might not cut it.
Oh
But,
yeah, 100%. Like I'm saying, like
yeah.
we're not gonna say like 1,500 is like it's great numbers, but like yeah, like I mean,
AJ Brown basically
Bro.
had 1,500. He had 3 away from like 3 or 4 away from 1,500. Wasn't in consideration. 1,500
Okay.
ain't cutting it no more. Number one
I
receiver
understand.
getting 1,500 basically by
I understand
accident.
that because I'm just trying to be a little mad because I don't want to come out here and say 1,700. That'd be kind of crazy. But
It
I
is.
think okay, so
1,500 is still kind of crazy.
I don't know. So wait, do you think him winning offensive rookie of the year is kind of crazy? I mean, offensive player of the year is kind of crazy. Do you think that's crazy?
Yeah.
Or
no, I actually
also, you don't think it's
No.
possible? You don't think it's possible?
No,
I agree.
it's a little crazy.
I agree. If
It's
The
possible.
only way that's happening if he's putting up, he has to put up at least 1,700. At least.
I
Because
think
Justin Jefferson basically is gonna put up almost what he did last year. Tyreek Hill's gonna put up almost what he did last year.
It depends.
Christian
Like you said-
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear
I don't
me?
mind-
Bijan will probably have more like all-purpose yards than him. He probably won't get it. Like
You think about it though. You keep saying that Kirk gonna be gone by week 8, so you never know.
it doesn't matter.
It
I don't think
I
that
think-
matters with Justin Jefferson.
No, I think he probably will be QB proof, but like to the effect of 1,700 yards, probably not though. I think he probably get like 1,400, 1,500 with a worse QB because we gotta get some respect to Curry. They have great chemistry, by the way.
Yeah, and
No,
that's
no,
so
Chief.
that was more of a hot
that's
take.
good
That was more of a
news.
hot take. That was more of a hot take. Gary Wilson was more of a hot take, just spice it up a little bit.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
I understand, but I want you to understand like what Garrett Wilson really has to go out there and do.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it would be a little bit surprising if he did it. Honestly, it just
if
was a hot take.
he win that, y'all might as well pencil him into the Super Bowl.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna
No,
get to that because
it's a hot take. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's a hot take, but like I see where you're coming from. Really, just because like what he did last year with incompetent quarterbacks. Like that's the only reason. That's the only reason why I'm not calling your take that crazy. But it's just so many other options where like you saying that he can win Offensive Player of the Year is a little crazy. But I don't think it's terrible. Like I see the logic behind it, but
I'm not gonna lie though. Honestly,
I think it's a little too far fetched.
He's gonna be the vocal point. He's gonna be like the vocal point. Like
Focal,
look outside
focal,
of
buddy. Focal
point.
Oh my
Look
lord!
outside of Garrett Wilson. Who are their receiver options? Really, it's not much. It's
and
not
I
crazy.
tried to explain that to you, and you wasn't trying to hear it.
No, I understand that for sure.
Means? You know what that means? He's gonna be seeing doubles every trip. He's gonna be seeing doubles every trip.
Aaron Rodgers will pick that apart. So they're gonna learn to stop doing that and play man coverage or zone. So
that means you must think he Devontae Adams. You must think Garrett Wilson is like a top 10 receiver.
Hey, listen, Devontae wasn't Devontae before Aaron Rodgers. It took him like 2-3 years to get that. Once they built that chemistry up, which you see Garrett Wilson already doing, and his first year he had 1,100 yards. Devontae wasn't doing that. I'm not gonna say he's Devontae Adams, but all I gotta say is that one, he's building that chemistry with Aaron Rodgers, where it took a few years for Devontae Adams to do that in Green Bay. Two, a lot of what Devontae Adams became, and he would tell you this himself, is due to Aaron Rodgers. And Garrett Wilson, he has Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, they both wear 17.
I don't hate it. I think it could happen. So keep pushing. Defensive.
Okay, so you was gonna say Tyreek Hill gonna get it this year?
Yeah.
You must be banking on Tua to stay healthy, huh?
Even if he doesn't.
Skylar Thompson.
His play dropped off. Actually, Mike White is there, but his play dropped off significantly when Tua wasn't out, though, for sure. So Mike White though is a upgrade than Skylar Thompson, so he could be a decent option for them. Let's move on to offensive rookie of the year. Max, go ahead, start it off.
I'm gonna just say Bijan. I think maybe Tank Dell if he can get the reps, if he can get the play. I think he could maybe be Stroud's favorite receiver. Or try and get that. Try and get the love from Stroud as being the top receiver there. But I do think Bijan. I think he's the entire offense. I don't know if Ritter's really shown what he can do yet. So they have a very good O-line, very underrated, but no one's talking about. So I do think he's got a good O-line to run behind. They're playing a couple bad defenses. You play the Panthers, you play the Bucks, and you play the Saints every couple games. Again, maybe not bad defenses, but are not as competent teams as some other divisions. So you get some easier games, you get some yards and points in. Receiving back, I think he will be the offense. So I would say for Bijan.
Yeah, just to cut time, I'll say Bijan too. Lily is kind of I wouldn't say the same thing as my my last pick with Christian McCaffrey, but it kind of is. It really kind of is. I just feel like he'll be like the whole offensive focal point. So just to cut time, I'll say Bijan.
Yeah, go ahead, T.
My offensive rookie of the year, everybody gonna say Bijan, Bryce Young. I'm gonna go Zay Flowers. I think by the end of the year, he will be the wide receiver one over there.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah, he'll be the wide receiver over there in Baltimore. I think he'll be better than OBJ. I think he'll be better than Devin Duvernay. I think he'll be better than whoever. I forgot that dude's name. A lot of mid. Rashad Bateman. The new OC is a pass-heavy OC, and so he'll get a lot of opportunity. He's a speedster. He's gonna be crazy after the catch. If he polishes up his route running a little bit, he's gonna be Lamar's favorite target. I can see Zay Flowers being a sleeper pick for offensive rookie of the year. I'm going all sleeper picks. I'm not trying to go with the.
That's actually a really good pick.
I think it's a great pick, but
Fat boy, you be doing your
I
homework,
don't.
Fat boy.
Yeah, you weird.
I don't think. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be his favorite target, but I do like him.
No, like I went to go look at the odds, and they got like Bijan, Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Quentin Johnson over him. I think Quentin Johnson gonna be wide receiver 3. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know why he over Zay Flowers, but
Wow, there's so many injuries over there that I don't know. They always get injured. You get
I picked up Zay Flowers on my fantasy team. Q State trying to get him for me. It's not happening. So I think
Wait. You guys started a fantasy league together?
it's pick a side. It's pick a side, bro. Chill.
I still think Mark Andrews will be the favorite target, but I do think Zay Flowers will get
Oh
touches.
yeah.
No,
yeah.
obviously.
He could be favorite target.
Zay Flowers could get 1,000 yards easy.
No, for sure.
If Hollywood Brown could get 1,000, Zay Flowers could get 1,000.
He might go for like 1,200.
He probably get like at least 11, and probably I'm gonna say like 11 and like 8 touchdowns.
Are you?
Wait,
was that your pick?
Yeah, you was making
that's
that
my
face. Yeah.
Well, I'll say he gets under 10. I'll say he gets 6, 7, 8. But still,
I think seven would be
no, touchdowns.
Oh.
I don't think he goes for 11, but I think he gets a little under.
Who is your defense rookie of the year?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't believe in a lot.
Go ahead, go Q. Start with Q.
Oh, it's Christian Gonzalez for me.
Bruh, that's my same pick, bro. I got Christian Gonzalez too.
It's something about corners and playing it like with Bill Belichick.
Yes, bro.
Corner, they just flourish over there. Like
that was my whole argument, bro.
He's gonna be seeing wide receiver twos, and he's almost as fast as most of these top wide receivers. Like whatever you think Waddle is, Christian Gonzalez is almost just as fast. Like he's gonna be able to keep up. He's 6'4", he got the physicals, and he's gonna be in a great scheme. Like he's gonna be all over the place. So I think he's gonna get like 5 picks, like he's just off straight athleticism. And he gonna by like week 10, he's shutting down half a field.
Everybody's pick is gonna be Jalen Carter for defensive rookie of the year, but I'm going with Christian Gonzalez too. I think the cornerback system in
the
Patriots. No. I don't think Witherspoon. I don't think Witherspoon gonna win it. I think Christian Gonzalez was my cornerback 1 going into the draft. It was him and then Witherspoon and Joey Porter. So I'm really high on Christian Gonzalez. I think Bill Belichick does great jobs with cornerbacks. That system is really once you get it down, it's easy to be effective in. We saw that with Stephon Gilmore, and we saw that with Jack Jones last year. So I think he's gonna be a good candidate for defense rookie of the year. And I think Jalen Carter, the hype is kind of like I don't think he's gonna hit like first year. Like, we're gonna see flashes, but it's a lot of competition over there. Not at his position, but like on that defense for sacks. Yeah, for his group. So I think he probably not gonna get the production that's gonna point towards defense rookie of the year. Max, who's your defense rookie of the year?
You know what? Y'all suck. Y'all were making fun of my Jalen Carter pick. So now I'm gonna switch it. All right. Okay. I really wanted to pick Joey Porter Jr. just because I think Minka will be on the other side and I think they'll throw his way. But I don't even like this guy. As far as I'm not gonna say that. That's insane. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't love this guy as a prospect. I just like him as far as getting opportunities. And that is, give me Miles Murphy in Cincinnati. I think he'll get opportunity. I think the defense is depleted. I think he will play in big games. Cincinnati will be in big games. I think he'll get the opportunities to play. First round pick, I'm sorry. He'll at least they will play him. You got Trey Hendrickson on the other side, but getting the opportunities, sure, we'll take him. I don't like many of these defensive players. I had Jalen Carter. I don't know. Will McDonald.
The only issue with that is he also has to fight for playing time because Sam Hubbard is on the other side of Trey Hendrickson.
That's fine, but that defense is so depleted. I'm sorry. Like, you got Sam Hubbard, you got Trey Hendrickson. That's cool, but like, I mean, I think you'd agree. Is there more?
Osai is still there. He's high on the depth chart.
But there's more people. There's more people in Philadelphia's front seven to fight.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I was gonna go Joey Porter Jr. just because I think the defense is getting better. And you got Mink on the other side, and you put him up on the other side, and I think people obviously want to throw to the rookie. I'm not really sold on Emmanuel Forbes yet. I'm not sold on what is it, Deontay or Dante Banks. Not sold on him yet. Don't like Brian.
Yeah,
great. My second probably pick was probably gonna be my second choice is gonna be Tyree Wilson. I think he's getting slept over there on the Raiders. Hasn't he like not practiced? He's been injured. So that's
The
the
thing
reason
with
I didn't pick
Tyree
him.
Wilson,
Bro,
he's
a lot
another
of people picking
raw
Witherspoon. Well, I don't
player.
understand.
I was gonna say, I think I like Witherspoon. I think if he's healthy and he can play.
Yeah,
They
y'all
probably
like
gonna throw.
sleeping on.
They probably gonna throw towards him instead of Tariq Woolen, honestly. So he might get the opportunity to make an impact for his first year. But it's kind of hard for a corner to get it over like not a corner, but like it got to
You
be
literally
like in a Seahawks. No, I said not a corner. I meant my bad. In a Seahawks where they haven't like been great defensively over the last few years, especially with that defensive line not being good, they're gonna get a lot of opportunity. To receivers are gonna get a lot of time basically to get open, and I think that could be detrimental towards Devin Witherspoon. So that's why I didn't pick him. Tyree Wilson, I was gonna pick him, but he can't get on the field. I don't know why he barely practiced. I think it's his first time practicing this week. I think I saw the report. Bro can't get on the field. I don't know what's wrong with him. All right.
you tweet Gabe.
How? Who y'all coach of the years? Who your coach of the year, Jay?
Get back to me on that.
All right, cool. Max, who's your coach of the year?
Dan Campbell. I think people finally respect Detroit. I think Detroit wins the division. I don't think they're. I think the only other pick is John Harbaugh. Didn't Doug Peterson just win it? Am I tweaking or is that Dable?
No, Doug Peterson won it. No, Dable won it last year.
So I think maybe Doug Peterson wins then if the Jags go. But I do think out of looking at all these teams, they're not going to give it to Shanahan. I don't think they'll give it to Sirianni. They won't give it to Andy Reid. They won't give it to Sean McDermott. I think that they're going to pick a team that's whatever on the come up, on the rise. And I think Detroit is the safest pick right now, right? As far as who's this year's Giants, right? Who's this year's team who was pretty bad?
Nah, that's not the same. No, that's not the same. though. I don't think that's the same.
What you mean?
The Giants, they like pull like a miracle season out.
But if the Lions,
kind of
go 11 or 12 wins, I'm sorry, like that's the
okay. But I feel like it's expected for the Lions to win the division. Like what Dable did with the Giants, like that was literally unexpected. What was their record the year before?
4-4
and won like 6 games or something like that.
No, the year before they won. I think
they're like 4. Yeah. So
but if Detroit missed the playoffs year before, they had 4 or 5 wins the year prior. Like I get you.
Okay, but look at the division. Look at the division, bro.
I get you, but I mean, there's still people who believe in Chicago. There's people who believe in Minnesota. Like, I don't think it's.
Who believes in Chicago, Max? Max.
What are we talking about?
I don't think anybody believes in Chicago for real. Or am I tweaking?
I mean, like,
to win the division.
Like, I don't think it's crazy to see Chicago. Like, I think people have Chicago winning like 8, 9, 10 games with how bad our schedule.
I got them winning like 8 games, but I don't think that's enough. I don't think that wins the division.
No, they're not winning the division. I think they have a chance to win, but like,
I think they can lead 8 wins and still be last. Like,
yeah, they're not winning the division, bro. I'm sorry, the defense is just not good enough. Offensive line still needs work. Darnell Wright.
The defense should be good this year, in my opinion.
They'll be all right. I think people
like
are just expecting like this run from Justin Fields. We see like you put a competent. I keep saying competent.
What run?
You put not a run. I use the wrong word.
Justin Fields fit in the same mold as Hurts, as Allen, as
Yeah, people are expecting like an ascension from him, but I don't think.
The thing about that is Jalen Hurts literally was a worse quarterback than Justin Fields.
Like Jalen Hurts is literally in the best system though. Like you see people on Twitter. You put literally any mid quarterback where he's at.
Fields in Philadelphia, it'll look, in my opinion, it'll look probably the same. And Justin Fields has more arm talent than Jalen Hurts.
I don't know about that. I don't know. You don't
think he has more arm talent? Teef, you literally just said he did. Teef, you literally just said he did.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I think that he was a better quarterback coming out of college. I think his arm talent is better than him. I think he's a more talented rusher. Yes, but that's what I was gonna say. I think Hurts is a little bit more polished as like
that's experience. That's really experience though.
It took him 1 season to get there. Like that one, it took him 1 big jump. Perfect system and a great wide receiver that he added.
Yeah, having the best offensive line, having fucking a top tight end. You add AJ Brown.
Hurts still had to put in the
Yeah.
work.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to downplay
Jalen
him.
Hurts because he still had to put in the work. People just try to make two things could be true. He put in immense work, but it made it easier to put the work in with that.
I don't think it would be a saying because even though with all the faults that we saw last year from with the Bears' perspective as the offensive line, the weapons, we still saw that Justin Fields struggled at some points to identify open receivers, read the field, which is what something else coming. His problem coming out of college.
That comes with time, though. That comes with time.
That's what I'm saying.
The same thing happened with Hurts until his third year.
I'm saying for his second year, like he dropped him in that last year. I'm saying I don't think it would have looked the same because I think they would still been a good team. Of course, I think it would have been growing pains. I don't know if they go make the Super Bowl. I don't think it'd be like completely the same just because, like I said, Justin Fields coming out of college.
I mean, if you look that deep into it, if you look that deep into it,
Fields in the second year. I'm talking about if you gave Fields 3 years with Philly, same way Hurts got 3 years with Philly, it would probably look the same that third year, especially if you did the same exact thing at AJ.
It was his second year last year though, because the first year he didn't really play. The second year he really is the first year he started.
Hurts. Yeah, but you still get the development.
He didn't play to the end.
No, that's what I was saying.
His second year he wasn't good. The team just won, and then he took a massive jump. Credit to him for putting in work. We all know Jalen Hurts is a worker.
I think Justin Fields is also working, but I'm just saying. I think like
is it crazy to say that what word can I use? Is it crazy to say that it's more of his situation than him putting in work though? Because I feel like it's easier to thrive, especially when you get experience in that and literally in that offense.
I think it's 50-50.
Like it's arguable.
I don't think it's.
And I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan. Like T, you know how hard I was going for him last year, especially in the Super Bowl. But I feel like he's literally like in the most perfect situation, and that's why I have him winning MVP next year.
He's the best situation in football, but you can't deny that he definitely got better as a player last year. As a passer.
That's why I premised that. I said no matter what,
ignoring what I'm
regardless
saying.
of everything, he put in.
No, I'm not ignoring what you're saying. I'm not ignoring what you're saying. So you said, do you think it's more of a situation or the work you put in? I think it's about equal for me. That for as far as his growth, it was he because his deep ball worked a lot better last year.
If it's 50-50, that's cool. That's cool.
That's what I said.
50-50, he made it to the Super Bowl. If it was like for Justin Fields, if it was like 65-35, they're still a playoff team. And nobody's calling Justin Fields a bust.
Yeah, I'm not saying Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he got to start like.
Who's calling Justin Fields a bust?
Nobody said that. I think he got to start going through his progressions a lot more. You know, coming out of college, he was playing with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave and them. Everything was wide open. Great offensive line, and so he has to learn how to go through his progression. So I don't even know if we're going to see that with DJ Moore and Darnell Mooney and Chris Claypool. We got to see like him his first progression not be open, progress his second possession, and then make a decision like that.
No, so DJ Moore is going to help him a lot, though. I don't know what you just said.
And he was missing a lot of wide open. He was missing a lot of wide open receivers sometimes last year as well. Let's wait. So coach of the year, I got Doug Peterson. I think they'll win a lot of games. They'll win a division. And the Jaguars are an upcoming team, and so he'll get credit for their ascension next year. So I got Doug Peterson. What's your coach of the years, real quick?
He said John.
You muted.
John Harbaugh. I think they win the division, 12 plus. Well, probably like 12 games. Lamar. If I got Lamar winning MVP, 9 times out of 10, John Harbaugh is gonna win coach of the year.
Jay,
Jay, you already gave your coach of the year.
I can't. No, I didn't. I can't really give you an answer for that right now. I'm being real.
All right, that's fine.
I like Harbaugh.
Come back, player of the year. Real fast.
I'll go first. I know we already said it.
But okay.
I'm gonna agree with Max. I feel like you just have to give it to DeMar Hamlin. Literally, man almost died on the field. Like, what happened to him was crazy, and then seeing him coming back, playing football again, like it's undoubtedly him. I feel like if you go somewhere else, people are gonna start. I feel like people literally look at the league funny. Like Somebody who
I don't
literally
think so.
risked his life. Somebody who nearly died on the field and then he's making a comeback. No matter if he plays good, like Max said, him playing one snap just solidified him as the comeback player of the year. So
Yeah,
that's
I
what I
think
got.
DeMar. I don't know. I think DeMar. We saw it with Alex Smith, right? We saw the same thing where serious injury comes back, plays football. I do think DeMar. I mean, I think he'll win it. Yeah, I think if he plays football, if he comes back and plays, obviously he made the 53-man roster. I do think that whatever. I think he'll win.
Him just making a roster.
So, do you have to miss the entire season, or how many games do you have to qualify for it?
You don't even have to miss time. You just have to. If you had a bad year, you can win.
Yeah, you come back. Like that's what I'm saying. It's not like most improved like the NBA.
Gino
like,
just won it. Gino didn't miss. He didn't miss the time. He didn't get injured. He just he was bad. He got good.
My pick is gonna be Jahan Dotson. On the Commanders. I think he missed a lot of time last year. I think I'm expecting a breakout from him, and so I think he'll be a candidate for it on a low key. Like I said, I'm not trying to go with the consensus. Trying to really come from left field with it, but I honestly think I don't know who else we have in mind, but I just don't think they should just give it to him just because
the biggest issue with that is going to be Sam Howell. I think right. I think Jahan Dotson's got the right. Obviously, is he a great football player, but I think it's how limiting his quarterback will be, whether it's Jacoby Brissett or Sam Howell. Like how much they can.
Sam Howell looked good in preseason, and he looked good coming out of North Carolina.
It is
preseason.
Everybody like Howell. Everybody that talk about how
people like Howell. But I personally don't feel like I personally feel like I don't think they should just give it to him just because. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's insensitive or something, but I don't think they should just give it to him. If someone else is more deserving, I don't think they should just give it to him just because he almost died on the field. I'm sorry. All respect to DeMar Hamlin, though. I just don't think they should just give it to him automatically because he has been getting a lot of media coverage. It was an actual report that he made the 53-man roster, which I was thinking kind of unnecessary. But like I said, I don't think he should just get it just because what happened. Respectfully, is that crazy? Am I wilding?
No, that's not my pick. But I understand. Yeah. Like if it happens, I understand why it happens. But I'm going with Lamar Jackson. Like
that's a good point.
You feel me? That'll be fire. Y'all could do. It was talking crazy about him all season. Oh, he just want the money. Yada yada yada. He's not this. He's not that. They got people was trying to call him not a top 10 quarterback. It was crazy. But I think he got a lot to show. Got a lot to show. He's gonna ball out this year.
All right, let's get into our playoff predictions for each conference. We can start with the NFC. Let's go number by number. So at the 1, I think we all have the Eagles, right?
No.
No. In NFC?
Yeah, I don't. San Fran. We all got 2 different answers.
You got Dallas. Nasty.
Yeah, I got Dallas.
I got San Fran. I think that it won't be Dallas or Philly because I think they'll be competing with each other. I think San Fran, first of all, you got 4 easy wins against the Rams and against the Cardinals. San Fran and Dallas and Philly have tough conferences. They got to play the AFC East, and they have to play who is the NFC conference they play? I don't remember now, but they have to play the AFC East, which is tough. So I don't think they have easy wins.
No, they play the NFC West.
They do. Okay, so you got a lot of slugfests. I think with playing, whatever they have to play each other twice a year. Then you got to play the Bills. You got to play the Dolphins. You got to play the Jets. You got to play the Seahawks. You got to play the 49ers. So I don't think those are 5 easy games. I know Philly and I know San Fran also both have to play Minnesota. Again, not a super easy game. But I do think that Philly and Dallas will be in contention with each other. So I'm not going to pick either one of those. I think San Fran is the easiest path to get that 1 seed. I guess, granted, the quarterback position is competent.
There hasn't been a repeat winner in the NFC East in 20 years. It's always going back and forth. And Dallas ain't just – I understand, the playoff games be giving people a bad taste in their mouth about the Cowboys. The Cowboys win 12 games damn near, regularly if you got Dak Prescott. I don't think, the Eagles are that much better than Dallas. I'm pretty – it's almost pretty even, almost. So I think they could pull out just as much wins as the Eagles could pull out. And but the Eagles defense playing top tier quarterbacks, they let up points. Dak Prescott can light up that same defense. He's done it multiple times before. Dak Prescott kills the NFC East.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I just think last year they kind of did have an easier schedule. The Eagles did, and that's why which gives them way to win the division. But I think they're clearly the best team in the NFC, and so that's just those are no brainer for me. And number 2, I got the 49ers. You got the 49ers and Eagles. Oh, you got yeah.
Say I got the
Eagles can't be number 2 for me.
Yeah. So wait, you got number 5?
If I have Dallas winning the division,
yeah, you
Eagles
have to have 5. What are we talking about?
Yeah, they have to be 5.
Yeah, like, I think Dallas is probably the 3rd best team for me, but they have to be 5 because you can't put them above a division one.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah,
true.
I got Philly. I got Philly too.
At number 3, I got the Lions because I think they're winning the division.
Yep, I got Detroit. I don't think it's like many. I think they got like 10 wins, but
10-7. That's my record for them.
Yeah, I got Minnesota.
4, I had you got Minnesota at 3. Okay.
Yeah.
4, I got the Saints.
I also
4 had the Saints.
Oh,
they win the
I
division.
got Carolina.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that division will be up for grabs for sure. It's between Carolina, Atlanta, and the Falcons. I mean, Carolina, the Saints, and the Falcons.
I got the Cowboys and the Seahawks.
I got the Cowboys and the Seahawks at 5 and 6, and at 7 I have the Vikings.
Q, you got the Eagles and Seahawks.
It's Philly, Seahawks, and I got either Detroit or Atlanta.
I think
it's gonna come down to like a tiebreaker or like record. You know the different little asterisks for the record or stuff like that.
I got Chicago or Carolina at my 7th seed. I got
just
my
for like TikTok, just for TikTok purposes. We're gonna have one person read it out. I've been on a lot of them lately. So Max, give me your top 7. Your top 7 seeds in the NFC and read them 7 to 1.
I got San Francisco finishing 1st. I have Philly finishing 2nd. Let me restart that.
Wait, 7 to 1, like 7, and make sure you say this is my NFC, playoff picture or something.
But I'm saying, like, if it's 7 to 1, they're gonna make it. I don't know, whatever. I'll say my 4 division winners and my 3 wild card teams. Cool.
Yep.
All right. My 4 division winners are San Fran, Philly, Detroit, and New Orleans in that order as far as records. And then my 3 wild card seeds are Dallas, Seattle, and Chicago.
Yeah, I think the only one spicy one on there is Chicago, which they have no chance to win the division. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. The defense is not, I don't believe in the defense.
Stop. Q, you said they finished with 8 wins, right? You think, right?
In my opinion.
How much you got Detroit winning? 9?
9.
Okay, cool. So to say they have no chance, that's disgusting.
Well, I'm not saying that. I have the Lions going 10-7. I have the Lions going 10-7. I have the Vikings also. The Vikings is also.
What's your 7 seed playoffs? What's your 7 seed?
I don't understand. Like, quickly, like the Vikings did not get better or worse.
So my thing is, but you think Kirk's gone? You think Kirk gets traded? How do you have them win division if Kirk gets traded?
I want Kirk to get traded. I don't just because I want it don't mean it's gonna happen. If Kirk is there, they're gonna win at least 8 games. At least 8 games. They can get 3 wins just off Justin Jefferson alone. So that puts them at 11. So they can still win a division easily. I
think the Vikings go like 9, and what is it called? Like 9 and 8 or whatever. I think I see them going 9 and 8.
Yeah, I think it's competitive.
For the AFC, let's start. At 1, I got the Chiefs. I battle with putting someone over them. I think the Chris Jones situation is a little bit frightening, but I do think they go ahead and get the number 1 seed again. Honestly.
Yeah.
Everybody got the Chiefs?
Yeah, I got KC. I want to put Baltimore, but I got KC.
At 2, I have the Jags. I'm not gonna lie. I think their schedule is pretty easy. They're in a weak division. I think we're gonna see another jump from Trevor Lawrence. They just added Calvin Ridley. I think they're gonna be second in the division. 12, probably 12-5, 13-4, possibly. You got Baltimore.
Yeah.
What you got Baltimore record? 13-4. What's their record?
12-5.
Oh, okay. Well, I got the Jags going 12-5, so I don't.
I got Baltimore as well. Baltimore as well.
Yeah. I think they could potentially both be 12-5 though. They can both potentially be both in 12-5.
I think,
and then you got to go towards the opponents or whatever.
I think that Ravens could go 13-4. I got the Jags 3, the Bills 4, and I think there's a good chance they all go 12-5.
Okay.
Same.
At the 4, I got the Jets winning the division. At 5, I got the Bills, which is actually possible because I can finish better with the Bengals, right?
Yep. I got the Bengals 5 and Jets 6.
I got the Bills 5, which is that's probably more realistic with Max Sam, but me being a Jets fan. And then the 6, the Bengals. At 6 and a 7, I got the Chargers.
I've been debating about the Dolphins and the Jets, which team I think is going to finish better. And I had the Dolphins originally. I got the Jets now, and I have the Chargers finishing 7th. Yeah, I like Mike McDaniel. Obviously, their offense is amazing. I'm not sure what I'm getting from Tua. So,
all right, I'll do the AFC.
Let Q say 7.
Huh?
Like you say, 5 to 7.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, my 5 is Chargers, 6 is Cincy, and 7 is either Miami or Pittsburgh for me.
And you got the Jets missing the playoffs, right? Okay. I'm not arguing too much.
I'm not gonna lie. I want it to happen because I would love the Chargers to be the 5th seed.
I ain't gonna lie. The Steelers are not making it over the Jets.
I don't think so either. I'm surprised you didn't pick the Browns though. I thought you were a big Browns guy this year.
I had the Browns on there, but I took them off for the Chargers.
Okay.
They're in a very, very tough division. And I ain't gonna lie, Deshaun Watson not looking good, so we're gonna have to see. But
interesting. Okay, cool. Interesting.
Deshaun
Watson looking good. All right.
That's funny.
I thought he could return to top 3 this year or something.
I didn't say that. You said he was washed. That was not.
We should go back. We should go back to those clips.
Q for give me your top 7. Give me your playoff picture for the AFC, basically.
See, my AFC playoff prediction is I got the Chiefs winning the conference. I got Baltimore, Buffalo, and Jacksonville all winning division. 5th place, Chargers. 6th place, Cincinnati. In 7th place, I got Miami.
I just don't like with the injury risk of Tua, with the Jalen Ramsey being out, with teams starting to figure out. Bro, listen, hold on. I just can't get behind that, bro. How are the Jets missing the playoffs? And you got the Dolphins. No, you got the Jets missing the playoffs. The Dolphins making the playoffs. Tua has not won a significant game in his career. He hasn't done it. Whether he's been out because of injury.
Neither have the Jets.
Yeah, stop. The Jets are a question mark. The Jets are a question mark. And I think the Jets would be fine, but they're a question mark. It's thrown in a dartboard and hoping you hit the center. Like, we don't know for sure.
Tua has never won a significant game in his career, whether that be towards injury, whether him being injured and playing trash. Let me finish. We just added Aaron Rodgers. He's a bad man, in the words of Stephen A. This man just won MVP 2 years ago. They went 7-10 last year. They just added Brees Hall.
You just harping on me. Hold on.
Aaron Rodgers is the oldest player in professional football. What are we talking about?
No, he's not. 7-10. They just added Dalvin Cook as well. What are we talking about? They have a top 5 defense in the NFL. They're not missing the playoffs.
Here's my problem with you. You be having these. You be saying the most craziest things, and then switch up. One, you did not even think Dalvin Cook was a top 10 running back. We're going to put that out there right now. I had to literally let you know about that. That's one. 2, before that, you just went on about how it goes when you go do these rankings and about quarterbacks is what they just did. What did Aaron Rodgers just do? He wasn't an MVP last year, not even close. But you want to go back to 2 years ago. Stop doing that.
Okay,
You've never seen the Jets. Stop. I let you talk. You never seen the Jets win any significant game, but you're saying that about Tua. You going off hopes and dreams, thinking it's gonna work right. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But you have no context to think that Miami just not gonna suddenly be better than the Jets. You want to hope on injury concerns. There's a chance that Tua does not get hurt, and if he doesn't get hurt, the Dolphins don't lose games, except for the 2 games they won last year. They still won basically every game that Tua played.
Their schedule is harder this year. Their schedule is harder this year, and when I accounted for them in the regular prediction, I accounted for Tua being healthy, and I still had the Jets over them. Now you want to talk about
that's because you're overrating the Jets.
No. Listen,
the Jets.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You said the Jets never won a big game. Aaron Rodgers has won big games. They didn't have Aaron Rodgers. He's the best quarterback in their franchise history.
Aaron Rodgers hasn't won a big game in 10 years, bro.
Yeah, that's not true. That's
Stop.
not true. That's
What
not
big games
true,
you talking about?
bro.
We're not
That's
talking
not
about
true.
Super Bowls,
That's
and we're
not
not talking
true.
about NFC
That's not true.
championships. That's
Aaron
We're not
Rodgers
gonna.
hasn't won a big game in 10 years, bro. What are you talking about?
We're not gonna count. We're not gonna count that a must-win game because it's been points where he had to win that game or they missed the playoffs.
Aaron Rodgers won. He hasn't won a big game.
So when we talk about Tua, we talk about a big game. We're talking about making playoffs, bro. And we're not gonna just make a whole different shots for a NFC Championship game or something like that for Aaron Rodgers. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers had won big games in his career where they needed to win a game in order to stay and in order to get first place.
Ago.
No. When they needed to win the game to get first place in the division,
win
first place in Conference, that's a big game. That's what I'm talking about.
Name one big game that he's won in the past 5 years. Just name one big game.
The big games I'm talking about for Tua is a regular season game, bro. What are we talking about?
Those aren't regular season games. Aren't big games, bro.
In the grand scheme of things, Tua hasn't been in the playoffs. Tua hasn't been in the playoffs. I'm saying he has not won a significant game yet. Aaron Rodgers has won significant games in the regular season. That's facts.
Tua hasn't won any significant games. The Jets haven't won any, and Aaron Rodgers hasn't won any in 10 years. What are you talking about?
It's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, because when I'm talking about Tua, let me explain. I think you misunderstand it. When I'm talking about Tua hasn't won any specific games, I'm talking about when they needed a must win, and he played the Titans and he shit the bed. That's what I'm talking about. Must win. I'm not talking about a playoff game. He's never even been in one. When I say must, like a significant game, I'm talking about when they need him to play well.
And we have two different definitions of big games. I'm not going to fight you.
I'm not talking about big games. I'm not talking about
the definition of big games. Ain't no must win game against the Titans, bro.
I'm not talking about. That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm talking about.
But when Aaron Rodgers had a must-win game against Detroit to get in the playoffs, he lost. But you talking about Tua.
He did.
So what are you talking about, bro? You just
listen. I'm not because he has a last year. What he doesn't have is receivers that drop the ball a lot and can't run routes. Now listen, let me tell you this.
On the team, and now he's on a team with two of the same 4 receivers he had last year, and you're banking on a second-year player on a team that also does not win big games.
You got Breece Hall, and you got Nathaniel back.
You don't even know what Breece Hall is going to be. You did not watch Breece Hall last year. He wasn't.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
I watched Breece Hall last year. Why are we lying? I literally watched him. Now listen, back to the original point of you saying that Aaron Rodgers. You said he what was he last year? Last year, what was he? 27-12. That's a great year for other quarterbacks. That's all I got to say. That's a great year for other quarterbacks.
Hey,
27-12. 27-12. 27-12.
And Aaron Rodgers played bad last year.
27-12. 27-12.
That's
career. That's a career year for
people, bro. Come on, let's get into Super Bowl predictions. We cannot keep having this Jets Dolphins debate. We had this every single episode. When we talk football, it always turns into the Jets and Aaron Rodgers show every time.
My Super Bowl pick. I'll start. My Super Bowl pick for this season is the Jets and the 49ers. I think, and the Jets going to win it. The Jets are winning the Super Bowl this year. I think Aaron Rodgers finally gets over. He finally gets over the hump with the 49ers.
You don't got to explain this code. Cue you up.
No. This narrative. This narrative. He can't beat the 49ers.
I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
There's so many moving parts right now. Again, I just said I like the Jets, but not that much. There's no way they beat Buffalo, Baltimore, Cincinnati for that matter, Kansas City. I'm sorry. What are we talking about?
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
Crazy, bro.
Why not? Why can't they beat them? Why not?
What are we talking about?
Why not?
Huh?
Kansas City might lose before. Like they might not have to play for Kansas City. They might not have to play Kansas City, but Kansas City is really the only team I'm worried about. I'm not gonna lie.
Baltimore. No, what position group besides receiver do you have better than Baltimore? Maybe cornerback.
Listen.
Stop. What position group do you have better than Baltimore?
I'm going to explain. We're not talking about position groups. I have faith. I'm picking something. I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers because I haven't seen Lamar Jackson be that great in the playoffs yet. Respectfully,
you haven't seen Aaron Rodgers be great in the playoffs in 10 years, bro.
That's not true. It's not true.
All right, he had one great game against Dallas. Rookie year, Dak Prescott, and it took overtime to win that game.
Yeah,
he was great. He was actually great against the Buccaneers. His team failed him.
Perfect.
So yeah, that's why.
So you're relying on the Jets who
against the 49ers. He was better than Tom Brady against the 49ers.
He had a chance to win the game.
He was better. So you're lying. He was better than Tom Brady that game. He was better than Tom Brady that game.
Who won? Who won the football game?
He was better than Tom Brady that game. Why
Who won the football game?
You start lying, bro. That narrative that Aaron Rodgers is a playoff choker is a lie. And I'm telling you, gonna come over here and spread that? It's
Why?
actually crazy.
Why is that a lie?
It is,
It's
bro.
not a lie at all.
It's a lie. It is a lie.
That's
It's
not a lie.
bro.
It is.
Bro, come on, bro. Come
It's
on.
not.
Who got Super picks? Who got Super picks?
It's the Cowboys and the Ravens.
I'm going chalk. I got KC and San Fran. Give me KC. I can't see. I'm sorry.
San Fran. This San Fran shit got to stop.
I'm putting my trust in Mahomes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a KC Philly year back to back.
That's
If
Mahomes, if the Chiefs get to the Super Bowl, cool. We all gonna be fine with that. You feel me?
But Brock Brady's not making the Super Bowl. Brock Brady's not making the Super Bowl.
I just don't think he's going to repeat.
Why he not?
Yeah, exactly. So if Aaron Rodgers is guaranteed, if Aaron Rodgers has a chance, why does the best roster in football take quarterback away? Because the Eagles, the 49ers have the best roster in football.
Which you also don't think that the 49ers make a Super Bowl because
I was baiting for the answer so that way we can understand that Brock Purdy not that guy.
He's not. No, he's not.
Like he.
In this day and age, you need.
Want him to win a division.
I'm not gonna lie. You need a better quarterback. You need a better quarterback than Brock Brady to actually win a Super Bowl.
But it got him to the NFC Championship last year. We've talked about this. Dak Prescott might be a top 10 quarterback, but Q said he can never play against one team, and that's San Fran. So unless San Fran can match up with Philly before, and then Dallas can beat Philly, I don't know.
Eagles aren't losing to the 49ers.
I don't see a repeat year. So I hope that they assess the quarterback position, and that's what happens. But I don't know. I don't see a world where it's a repeat KC Philly. So maybe KC's the team that's not in. But then if I have trust in one person in football, it's Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes is the best player in football, and if I'm picking one team to win, it's probably KC.
Is my second favorite player of all time, so I'm not gonna count him out. They win, but I feel like Chris Jones is definitely. If they don't get that fixed, if whatever happens with that, they need to hurry up because I need to see him. Because what if they trade him or something? I don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. The defense the secondary is still concerned for me, and the weapons outside of Travis Kelce is still concerned. We've seen Justin Ross, who's an undrafted free agent, have a decent preseason, but Rashee Rice is dropping balls everywhere. I'm not a fan of MVS. I'm not a fan of Sky Moore. They have a very, very bad receiving options outside of Travis Kelce, which they had last year. But how many times is Patrick Mahomes gonna be able to carry them over and over again?
I don't know. I really don't. He's done it every year. He's competed with.
As long as you got Travis Kelce and Andy Reid, you can do it whatever you want.
He's had bad receiving cores. He's had a revolving door receiving cores every season.
But I can see you can see a season where they don't make the Super Bowl though. Yes, you can see a season where they don't make the Super Bowl.
Sure, but they're in the AFC Championship or they're in the second round.
I also had that same concern for the Ravens because putting a lot of stuff on Zay Flowers as number one option. And then Mark Andrews also.
I want to see Zay is not even. I don't think. No, Andrews I think is the one. Two might even be Odell. Two might even be Odell right now. I don't think it's Odell.
Today, yes, but not in the season.
They have the widest range of possibilities. They either.
I don't think it's their Super Bowl team. I don't think it's a guarantee that Zay Flowers is just the number one guy walking in. I think he needs to develop and get.
We got to see Lamar Jackson play better in the playoffs. We have to see it.
So why is that everyone else's fault? But when it comes to the Jets not making the playoffs in the past couple of years, and Aaron Rodgers,
y'all talking about the Jets with a whole different roster and a whole different team.
I'm just saying it doesn't matter who it is. And Aaron Rodgers, the same fact. Aaron Rodgers, I get he can beat a bad team.
This is a top 10 quarterback of all time. We're talking about right now.
But I just don't get why. For everyone else.
Aaron Rodgers, too. You always disrespect Aaron Rodgers. Respect that man.
No,
respect him. He was MVP 2 years ago.
I never said anything wrong about Aaron Rodgers. I never said anything wrong about him. You're just overrating Aaron Rodgers.
For everybody,
if you actually throw context and then you'll understand. But you hyping him up.
He has a top 5 case. He has a top 5 case right now for top 5 in the league right now.
Latif. For every other quarterback, for every other player, for every whatever, they get the playoffs. We haven't seen him play well. But when Aaron Rodgers has Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, a competent defense, which I love when Packers fans say he has bad defense. They have good defense. What are we talking about?
Confident defense where they got ran all over back-to-back years by the 49ers because they cannot.
They have a bad game. A bad game is not a bad defense. A bad game is not a bad defense.
They struggle. Run What are you talking about? They struggle stopping the run the entire year, and not to mention, bro, they secondary.
Almost all defenses have a flaw. Philly
Yes,
could not stop the run.
and they couldn't adjust. And they couldn't adjust at all.
Most teams can't
And they
stop the
can't
run.
adjust.
Like,
and they can't adjust.
but he has a good
Most
team.
teams can't stop the run, bro.
Kevin King literally single-handedly sold the game against the 49ers, bro. He was
But
trash.
yo,
You giving all the excuses to everybody else. You giving all the excuses to everybody else, bro.
The Jets definitely have concerns. They have the same issues as other teams as far as outside
They
of Wilson.
They have weapons room concerns.
Weapon
They have
concern.
offensive line concerns.
Yes, they have the concern. They have those.
Every team has an issue.
Y'all trying to say the Jets concerns?
They never had weapons. That's partly the reason why Lamar doesn't play good, because receivers aren't getting open. If you're going to start telling me that's supposedly your line,
I think weapons are still okay right now.
Yeah, but that's them being okay is still way better than what he had. Lamar Jackson had Willie Snead as a wide receiver 1. What are we doing here?
Y'all trying to say I know everybody's other problems, and I point out everybody's problems, and then I ignore the Jets ones. I don't ignore the Jets problems. You want me to pick my Super Bowl pick? I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. I'm a Jets fan. I'm going to pick them with the Super Bowl. And it's not even crazy. Like, if the Jets make a Super Bowl, is that ridiculous? Is that wow?
Yes.
Is that crazy?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Yes. Top 5 defense in the NFL.
100%, I will be shocked if they make the Super Bowl. Like, guys, to them, I'll be shocked.
In all seriousness, I think if they could play probably a year away, honestly.
But Aaron Rodgers does not have that time.
He said he wants to play for. He said he wants to play for 2 or 3 more seasons. Now
he's 39, so we'll see.
You're saying that like Aaron Rodgers is the most reliable person. Now we just making up person. We just making up things because of what he said. He said a lot of things. Like Aaron Rodgers said a lot of things and did the exact opposite. Like he's literally known that. He's
bought in. He's built a great relationship with Sauce.
He told you that. He called you and told you that.
It's documented. It's documented. It's literally documented. We watching the film.
It's documented that he's bought in.
No, it's documented that he has a great relationship with Sauce. It's documented that he has a great relationship with Garrett Wilson. It's documented that he just said on Twitter today.
He has a better relationship. Wait, hold on. He has a better relationship with Sauce and Garrett Wilson than he had with Devontae Adams. Is what you telling me?
No, Devontae Adams left him. What are you talking about? Now listen.
Why?
Why? Because he
was unreliable. Because he was unreliable. That's documented.
Can I finish?
That's documented. Stop lying, Chief.
Can I finish? I'm not lying. Now let me tell you something else. Today he said that
I'm not gonna lie.
Going to the Jets.
We have to wrap this up. We cannot keep talking about the New York Football Jets. This is not a Jets podcast. This isn't a football podcast. I'm sorry, we're a basketball podcast at the heart. So what are we doing?
We're not a basketball. We're both. And
I'm sorry, we are a basketball podcast first.
Me and Q like to be like the Jets. That's why it's like that. But let me tell you, in the podcast, Aaron Rodgers said that going to the Jets felt like a dream, and that everything's been going so perfect. And I believe him when he says this. This is a new environment, a new situation for him. And he's ready to do it on his Tom Brady type shit, man. You know what I'm saying, go to a new team and get it done.
All right, yeah, we out of here.
We're done.
You said Cowboys. You said Chiefs 49ers, but you
writing it down? Are you writing it down? You writing it down or something? You writing it down, Q?
Nah, I'm not writing it down. I remember it. You really crazy. Like you really crazy.
Hey man, episode 47 of the Next Man Up podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoy the content. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Follow us on all our social media accounts. We just hit we about like 300.
I believe him.
I believe him.
Hey,
that was a good episode though. We out, y'all.